All right, welcome once again to Sinbin Stream. Tonight we have NHL hockey action. We start off in Toronto, where the Carolina Hurricanes have traveled to take on the Toronto Maple Leafs. All right, audio's good. Let me get the poll going in a minute. Hope you had a great Sunday. Hope you have a great Monday as well. All right, there we go. Got that. They are introducing the Hockey Hall of Fame inductees. So they've got a clock ready for 3 minutes. So this could be a while. I don't know when the scheduled puck drop is actually for this game. Apparently it's not a 6:10 or a 6:15 start, though. Oh yeah, let me get the poll going. All right, yep. I don't know how many people they're going to go through. They've introduced everybody, but now I guess we're going to see highlights or pictures of every person. Was not aware that they were doing this. Should have checked social media, I guess. All right, poll is up. Vote for either the Maple Leafs or the visiting Hurricanes. Yeah, I guess we could check in on the NFL scores from today as well. First meeting between these two teams. They have 3 for the season. Man, I guess you only play your division more than 3 times. That seems insane. 3 doesn't seem like a lot. All right. Earlier today, the Kings won on the road in Pittsburgh 3-2. Who had the goals? Kopitar, his 2nd of the year on the power play. Mantha, his 8th of the year on the power play. Oh, no, wait, that was the Penguins. Perry, his 7th. And Fiala, his 7th. Blackhawks 5-1 winners over the Red Wings in Detroit, despite getting outshot 46-20. Dang. And let's see. Why is this not working? Let's try this again. Did I grab the wrong? Nope, I got the right one. All right, there we go. Yeah, this Hall of Fame ceremony I think is going to take some time. They're not. Good Lord, are we going to start? I don't think we're even starting in the next. I don't even think we're starting in the next 10 minutes. I just don't understand saying the game's going to start at 6. Like, either do the ceremony earlier or say the ceremony's at 6 and the actual game's starting later, but this is ridiculous. No score in the other two games. They're already underway. Mammoth Senators and Kraken Stars, as Duncan Keith, former Blackhawk defenseman, introduced. Yeah, I assume they're going to get like a 3-minute warm-up or something after this ceremony. All right, well, I did the London game. I saw a lot of noon football, but I know the 3 o'clock games were all blowouts. Cardinals losing. Let's see, Seahawks 44, Cardinals 22. 4:02 to go. Rams 42, Niners 26. Okay, I don't want this. 42 to 26, 2:42 to go. Lions 41, Commanders 22. So the closest game is 16 points. Under 3 minutes to go. Yeah, 41-22, 4:41 to go for the Lions. Oh, Joe Thornton there already. All right, Steelers, Chargers in about an hour. And we'll have Eagles, Packers for you tomorrow night here on Sinbin Stream. Oh, forgot to take out the Carolina game. We'll fix that right now. Jets, Ducks, provided this one's over in time. Good Lord. I didn't think that was going to be an issue. All right, there we go. All right, we had the ceremonial puck drop between Stahl and Matthews. I'm going to go ahead and flip the colors. Have the Hurricanes be red print on white. All right, I think we're getting the anthem, so I guess we are getting close. Maybe we're getting a 6:20 central puck drop. We'll see. Didn't look like it the way we were going through every inductee. All right, well, Broncos over the Raiders on Thursday night, 10-7. Berlin, Germany game. Colts 31-25 over the Falcons in overtime. Saints 17-7 over the Panthers in home game for the Carolina Panthers. Bears, at home win 24-20 over the Giants. Texans 36-29 over the Jaguars. In Miami, Dolphins all over the Bills 30-13. Vikings lose at home 27-19. Ravens winners. In New Jersey, Jets 27, Browns 20. And in Tampa, 28-23 Patriots winners. Bengals, Titans, Chiefs, Cowboys on bye weeks. I think actually, I don't know, would the ESPN one scores be better to read? I don't know. All right, should be a good one between the 10-4 and 0 Carolina Hurricanes and the 8-6-1 Maple Leafs. Man, Edmonton is struggling. They got beat 9-1 last night by the Colorado Avalanche. All right, should be a few moments away now. All right, again, doing this off of ESPN Plus. Hopefully the app is stable tonight. I know better, but still hoping anyways. All right, let's get the roster report. Take a look at the starting goalies. Well, we can look right now. It will be Bussy for Carolina and Hildeby for the Maple Leafs. So Kochetkov, I don't know. I think, do they have somebody hurt? Yeah, Frederick Anderson, I think, is normally their number one. So, yeah, Bussy's pretty new. I think I had seen all three of his starts, and then I finally got an Anderson game, and now I get Bussy again. Stolarz definitely has the night off for the Maple Leafs. All right. All right, so that we'll look at the starting forwards here. Carrier, Martinook, Stahl for the Hurricanes. Defensive pairing of Riley and Legault. We got Joshua Maselli for Toronto. Bussy is 3-1, 2.25 goals against average, 9.16 save percentage. Hildeby 3-3 record, 3.33 goals against average, 8.78 save percentage. But that's for last year for the Maple Leafs. So again, Joshua and Maselli, the forwards, and Myers, Ekman Larson are the defensive pairing to start the game. All right, we should be set now. Hope you're having a great Sunday night, or Monday already around the world. All right, let's make sure we are live. Sure looks like it. We are on the TSN feed for Toronto. All right. Any day now. Face off. Wah wins it. The Leafs have it. Get it to center ice. Dump it in off the far boards into the far corner. Kane send it into the near boards. Kept in at the blue line by Wah, I believe. Dumped in by Ekman Larson. Actually, he gets a shot on goal. There's a big rebound, and they can't get to it. Kane's got it to neutral ice. Leafs pass it, and Ekman Larson in the defensive end. Now he dumps it in off the boards. And this is going to be icing. It was behind the red line. And the draw will be in Toronto's end. Oh my gosh. Come on. Can we show the score bug, please, so we can get the correct time? Because 1923, 1921 now. Okay. One shot on goal for Toronto. 19:15 to go. Off the near boards. Battle by the penalty box, dumped in by Carolina. Chased down by Ekman Larson into the far corner. And Matthews gets it out of his own end, up ahead to, and they dump it around the near boards and out. Carolina along the near boards. Aho sent it around the net. Battle for the puck. Matthews has it. Cross ice pass. And shot wide into the far corner. Just through the crease. And dumped in by McCabe for Toronto as they try to get line changes. McMahon is out there. Shot from the far faceoff circle is deflected wide and high. Battle for the puck in the far corner. Carolina behind their own net. Sends it up the near boards into the O zone in the far faceoff circle. Back to the blue line. A shot doesn't get through. It goes wide into the near corner. It kept in by Ehlers. Long shot is blocked by the Maple Leafs. Ehlers in the near faceoff circle. Centering pass gets kicked behind the net by the far faceoff circle. And they center it to the blue line to the near faceoff circle. And Toronto counters and gets it out of their own end. Tavares cross ice pass. Both teams go for line changes. Carlo has it for the Leafs. He sends it up. Battle for the puck by the Leafs bench. And looks like Ekman Larson again sends it up to the near board or far boards, and a whistle at 17-13. All right, 1-1 apparently now. Shots on goal. Battle for the puck by the penalty box area. Carolina dumps it in. Taylor Hall centered. They couldn't get a shot on net. They send it behind the net to Hall in the near corner. He gets it to the blue line. It's dumped in again behind the net. In the near corner, battle for the puck. Toronto gets it to neutral ice. Still 1-1 shots on goal. Ekman Larson slowly getting to the penalty box or to the bench for the change. Didn't see if he blocked a shot or something that may have led to an injury. Martinook in the far corner, but it's sent to the near boards by Toronto and out. And dumped down the length of the ice. This might be icing, and it is. At 16-12. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think Ekman Larson got a pass or something off his foot, blocking it. OEL has 10 points in 15 games this season. Face-off won by Toronto, but they send it off the boards. Stahl sends it to the far corner. Maple Leafs in the far face-off circle. Stolen. Blast is blocked, though. Good shot attempt by Ehlers, but it got blocked by McCabe, I believe. Sent into behind the Leafs net. Benoit sent it around the boards. All right. Toronto has the puck. Excuse me. They send it into the far corner. Still battling for it, and Carolina has it up the near boards and behind the net. Now Carolina has it again. They finally skated out of their own end and dump it in. Picked up and taken behind the net by Riley. Up the near board, centering pass to the slot, and a backhander and a goal by the Maple Leafs. At 14:58, nice pass to the slot. Now it's 1-0 Toronto and 2-0 shots on goal Toronto. They give the goal to Nylander, his 7th. Good pass in the slot. And he just poked it by Bussy. Backhander. Bussy couldn't get the glove down. He was playing the far post, and yep, it was already underneath him by Nylander's backhander in front of the. I mean, it was a breakaway basically. Nyes and Riley are the assisters, so 1-0 Maple Leafs. Toronto wins the draw. Tavares is chasing it. Stahl behind his own net, up the near boards, and Toronto sends it off the boards by the benches. Battle for the puck at center ice. Toronto takes control. It's back inside their own defensive end. They send it up the near boards, down the length of the ice. They'll beat out the icing. Robertson gets it to Tavares. Now Robertson to the far corner, back to the blue line and out. Dumped in by Toronto. Glove down, but offsides, I believe, on Toronto, on Tavares at 14:16. Yeah, great pass from the far boards and a good forehand to backhand maneuver by Nylander to tuck it by Bussy before he could recover and get to the near post. It was a little bit at the top of the crease, I'd say, but I don't know if that's really a false shot, and I believe a save. Toronto is 3-3-0 when scoring first. All right, Carolina now gets their first shot on goal. They had one earlier, but it was taken away. All right, neutral ice. Drop pass for Carolina. Back to the top of the faceoff circle. Shot wide into the far corner and out. And let's see, they got it. Were they? Oh, I got another whistle. Don't take the time down. 13:36. 1-0 Toronto. First TV timeout or media timeout. Hello, Sinbin admin. Doing well. Hope you're doing well as well. All right, we got 6 votes, 4-2. Leafs 4 votes to win, and Hurricanes 2. All right, let's see. Did any of these wrap up? Looks like they all did. All right, in Washington, Lions 44, Commanders 22, final. In Santa Clara, San Francisco 49ers lose to the Los Angeles Rams. Final score 42-26. In Seattle, Seahawks beat the Cardinals 44-22. So two 44-22 games and a 42-26. Yeah, I guess we can leave it open for the nightcap later. I'll just close it for now. All right, Maple Leafs are on the board. Kraken and Stars tied at 1. Kraken got a goal from Schwartz at 3:15 of the first. Then it was tied by Johnston on the power play, his 10th at 4:24. No score, Mammoth Senators. Okay, it says we're live, so we'll leave it alone on NHL or ESPN Plus. All right. Draw. Toronto controls. Riley takes it behind his own net. Sent into the ozone, but Carolina tracks it down, sends it up the near boards to Taylor Hall. Shot, save, big rebound, puck loose in the crease, and I believe Hildeby finally froze it at 13-14. And the draw will be in the Maple Leafs end. Yeah, big rebound off the save, and Walker had a chance, but couldn't cash in. May have been blocked. Or maybe he passed it, and then the counter just, they got stuffed, and Hildeby eventually was able to freeze it. Draw, win, and a shot and goal, I believe, saved into the near corner. Another save on a point-blank shot right outside the crease at 13:04. Says 3-2 shots on goal. At least it did on TV. Maybe NHL.com's going with 2. They say 4-2. Why is NHL.com so far behind? Or are they taking it away? Hildeby had 19 saves on 20 shots yesterday in relief. All right, shot or wide around, kept in at the blue line. Carolina tried to dump it in behind the net, sent up the far boards. Tavares has it for the Maple Leafs. He takes a hit. It's dumped in again for Carolina. It is 5-2. NHL.com was just slow to put it up. TV had it right away. Under 12.5 now to go in the first period. All right. Trying to get it out of the near corner. McMahon is there for the Maple Leafs. No, finally up the near boards and just, picked the pocket, kept in the ozone. Near faceoff circle for Carolina. Kotkaniemi involved. And what's this whistle at 12 minutes for? Holding on number 22, McCabe. Holding Kotkaniemi. Kotkaniemi. All right, Carolina gets the first power play, and they are trailing 2-0, and they just kicked out Aho from the draw. And Toronto got control and dumped it in. Ehlers, Miller, Aho, Jarvis. Let's see. Yeah, Ehlers, Aho, Jarvis, Svechnikov, and Miller on the power play. Down low into the near face-off circle. Puck comes free to the crease, and it's frozen by Hildeby at 11:33. Yeah, not really a shot on net. Just puck came free off of some passes. All right. Carolina has the draw back to the blue line. Far face-off circle. Near face-off circle. Shot and a goal by Aho. At 11:26, he gets the equalizer on the power play. Nice cross-ice pass. And Aho is able to cash in from the near face-off circle. Off the draw, blue line pass, cross-ice pass, and buried it from the near face-off dot. And beat Hildeby glove side. Nice blast by Aho. They don't have the goal on NHL.com yet. All right, 6-2 shots on goal. 1-1 for the game. Now 7-2 shots on goal. 11-12 to go. All right, Toronto has it. Cross-ice pass near the penalty box area. Matthews has to make a pass in his own end. Riley has it now. Pass to Matthews. A drop pass, but Carolina gets it to neutral ice. Dump in by Toronto. They'll go for a change. Battle for the puck in the near corner. In the just outside the slot, that shot or pass is blocked into the far boards. Backhand pass finally gets kicked out of their own end. And Toronto counters now into the near corner. Pass and big hit. And sent out of the zone. Joshua with the big hit. So we approach 10 minutes to go in the first period. Right up the middle, puck is stolen though and sent out. Dump in by Toronto from the red line. They'll have to tag up. And the Flames, Miller has it behind his own net. Under 9:50 to go in the first period. Up the far boards. And by the bench area, Joshua had it, couldn't dump it in. It's sent back down. And Benoit chases it into the near corner. Battle with Ehlers for the puck in the near corner. A centering pass and a pretty good shot on goal and a nice save by Hildeby. And we have the under 10 media timeout. But not before Aho got the equalizer. And we have 9:27 to go in the first. Shots on goal are now 9-2 in favor of the Hurricanes. All right, let me get some more water. I'll be right back. Thanks for watching. I need to move this. There, not quite cutting the Leafs logo off as much. All right. Hey, Thax, how are you doing? Thanks for being here. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Hope you had a good weekend. Yeah, what time did it start? I don't remember. It was after 6:15. Might have been before 6:20. A little bit of late start for the Hall of Fame, honoring of the honorees or inductees, I should say. Says we are live. Let me see where my phone is at. Nope, not quite 100%. There we go. All right, face-off is in the Toronto defensive end. Near face-off circle. Matthews against Aho. Toronto wins the draw. Pass to the far boards. Nylander knocks it to the near corner and sent out by Miller at neutral ice. Aho can't get to it from the boards. Matthews dumps it in, and it's sent right back out. And the defense is there. McCabe behind his own net. Fell down, tried to get it to Benoit. It's sent to the far boards. Carolina keeps it in at the blue line. Near face-off circle, a shot and another save by Hildeby. Another shot from that same spot, near face-off circle dot by Aho. So we got 10-2 shots on goal at 8:49. Toronto scored first, but it's been all Carolina since. Oh, Seahawks. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, we're doing all right. Had the boys this weekend. We cleaned up the basement, so we were able to play some ping pong. So we had a good weekend. All right. We're going the other way. Domi dumps it in from the red line. Ooh, big hit. Puck is loose in the far corner, sent up and out of the zone and down the length of the ice. This might be icing, and it is, on Carolina at 8:27. I better get the eye drops ready again. Yeah, they are in Lambeau hosting the Philadelphia Eagles tomorrow night, which we will have here on Sinbin Stream. We'll start it off at 7:10 Central. Jets Ducks to follow after this game. All right, up the near boards and out again off the draw. I think this is back-to-back icing on Carolina. Ekman Larson picks it up for the ref, and we have another draw in the Carolina end at 8:19. Oh, excuse me. All right. Let's see what we got. Looks like Domi is in the face-off against, I don't know. Draw one. Riley has it for the Leafs. Skates right towards the crease. Loses the puck behind the net. Battle. They send it to the near boards to Domi. To the near corner, I meant. Behind the net again. And finally the Hurricanes get it out of their own end and send it down the length of the ice. Ekman Larson there behind the net to pick up the puck. Both teams got some changes. And they try to get it to Joshua on the near boards. Battle right in front of the penalty box area. And finally dumped in by the Leafs from the red line. That was Bussy playing it up the near boards. And we got a whistle at 7:32. All right, what was the whistle for, though? Games played by defensemen this season. Walker and Nikishin at 14. Next player at 13. All right. All right, who's got the draw? We're ISOing on every Kane player. Tavares won the draw. The Leafs dump it in. Sent out the near boards, not out. Riley kept it in. But the Canes blocked a shot and are going the other way. Blue line, almost, yeah, it is a turnover. Tavares tried to, oh, somebody got knocked down. Ooh, they didn't call anything on the Canes. I'm a little shocked. Off the boards, down the length of the ice. Bussey came out of the net to play it. Intercepted by Toronto, and the pass got away. And I believe there's a delayed offsides coming up here on Toronto. I think the puck left the attack zone and went into the neutral zone. Why Bussey? Oh, the puck got away from Bussey as he tried to play it. He was getting distracted by the Leafs player. Yeah, that was offside. They must have said it came out. Bussey is very fortunate that that was whistled offside. That could have been dangerous. Still 10-2 shots on goal. Carolina. Carolina wins the draw as well. And they have it at neutral ice and dump it in from the red line. Benoit had it along the near boards. Was Carolina offside? Excuse me. All right, what was the call here? All right, well, center ice face off for whatever that whistle was for. Puck gets sent into the near corner of Carolina. Now they send it behind their own net. And now they have it at the red line and dump it in from center ice into the far corner. Carlo tries to send it around the near boards. Sent in towards the net by Martinook and then sent out of the zone by Toronto. They couldn't get a stick down on it. Carolina getting some changes as they dump it in again. Riley gets it behind his own net for the Leafs. Pass to center ice. Tracked down by Carolina in their own end. And sent up the near boards. Now a pass. They couldn't get it to Aho. Dumped in now. Far corner. That, of course, was McCabe on it. They pass it to neutral ice. Shot, I think, by Nylander is blocked. And Benoit sends it around the boards to the far faceoff circle. Carolina skates it out. Cross-ice pass into the O-zone. Drop pass. Centering pass. Shot and a goal by Carolina. 2-1 lead. Hurricanes at 5:29. Good passing. Good finish in the slot. And it was Jarvis, his 10th. Isn't Jarvis the computer in Iron Man? I just thought of that. I don't know what took me so long. Beat Hildeby high, glove side. What a rocket. He had no chance. He would have been better off putting his head in front of it. That was a blast. From the slot area, from Svechnikov and Nikishin. So Jarvis gives the Canes their first lead of the game. Under 5.5 to go, first period, 11-2 shots on goal, Carolina. In the near corner, Carolina near faceoff circle. They turn it over, though. Leafs have it at the red line and dump it in. To the near corner, Domi is there. Behind the net, back to the blue line, a blast off target into the far corner. A near corner, then the next one sent into the far corner. Now there's a breakaway. He's got drop past 3-on-3 to this near side, and good shot, but saved or deflected, and we're still at 2-1. Pretty good opportunity right there before this last whistle at 4:48. And shots on goal are 11-3 now in favor of Carolina, that was Toronto's first shot on goal in quite some time. They were up 2-0, I think, in shots, if I remember correctly. Let's see the other games. Mammoth Senators tied at 1 after 1. Stars 2, Kraken 1, first intermission. Yeah, this game was late starting because of the Hall of Fame inductees being honored. All right. Ridley Grieg, scored at 13:59 from Cozens to give the Senators the lead. Then the equalizer by Clayton Keller, 17:33 by the Mammoth from Sergachev and Vanasek. Keller's 6th, Grieg's 2nd. We got first goal by Schwartz for the Kraken, 3:15, his 5th. Then Johnston on the power play is 10th. And Seguin, his 5th of the year, even strength. That's how the other games are going. Flames Wild in about another 15 minutes. Then there's one other game, Avalanche Canucks, while we will bring you Jets Ducks afterwards. All right. It's just waiting on TV at this point. They are back. They're showing some retired jersey or number, in the rafters. Draw is controlled. Toronto sends it up the near boards to neutralize. Dumped right back in by Carolina. Played out of behind the net. Hildeby. Tavares skates it to the red line into the O-zone. Near face-off circle shot, big save, big rebound, another save, and then they funnel it right to Tavares in front of the net, who scores and gets the equalizer. 2-2. 12-4 are the shots. Tavares, there was nothing Bussy could do. He made the saves, gave up the rebounds, and the defense did little to nothing in front of him. Tavares got the initial shot, big rebound off a save, and then a great pass to Tavares. Nobody picked him up right in front of the net. So good hustle play by Tavares. Yeah, Nikishin left him alone, and somebody else couldn't recover. Nikishin skated to the other side of the net, and Tavares stayed on the near side, and we're tied at two apiece. 12-5 shots on goal, they say now. Tavares, okay. Jarvis was from Svechnikov and Nikishin. Tavares 9th from Robertson and McMahon. Jarvis had his 10th. 4:03 to go. 12-6. Centering pass goes off his skate. Kept in, though. Benoit, tough angle shot, and it looked like Bussy had fallen down trying to make the save, or I don't know. Kept in. It's still in the O-zone. Now the Canes have it. It's 1-on-1. Shot. And into the near corner. And chipped out. Carolina has it in their own end. 3.5 minutes to go in the first period. 13-7 shots on goal, Carolina. Carolina dumps it in again from the red line behind the net. Riley has it up the near boards. Nylander makes a pass. 1-on-1 the other way. Puck got taken away into the near boards. Now they say 13-8 shots on goal. Now 13-9. Legault was in the near corner. Canes get it out of their own end. Dump it in. McCabe has it for Toronto off the far boards. Up the far boards. Matthews tried to get it towards the goal, but Aho was there. He passes that. Robertson just dumped it in after the steal or takeaway, I guess. Battle for the puck in the far boards. Tavares behind the net banks a pass kept in by McCabe at the blue line. Battle in the near corner. Free in front of the crease, and it gets to the near boards, and I think we got a whistle for a possible penalty here at 2:12. 13-10 shots on goal. Brenda Marr doesn't look too pleased. It is a Toronto power play. Keandre Miller, 2 minutes. Looks like hooking then on McMahon. They called it against McMahon. They're saying Tavares. I don't know. All right, Miller on the penalty. Maple Leafs go to the power play for the first time. Why am I already blanking on his number? It's right there, 19. Well, no matter. We still haven't had the draw yet. Still got to get it perfect. There's the draw. Tavares, Nylander, Nyes, Matthews, and Riley on the power play unit. They took a shot away for Carolina. It's 12-10. Sent down the length of the ice by Carolina. Under 2 minutes to go, first period. All right, into the O-zone, to the far boards. Tavares kept in at the blue line. Shot into the near corner. It was wide. And Carolina dumps it down the length of the ice into the far corner. So no shots on goal yet for Toronto on this 5-on-4 man advantage power play. Drop pass by Tavares. Carried in. Centering pass. Back to the blue line. Riley shot. Big rebound. May have been a block though. Riley get to Nylander. Into the far corner. Matthews centers to Tavares. Over to Nylander. Shot and a goal. He beat Bussy near post. Glove side. And it's 3-2 Toronto. And we haven't even gotten to the end of the first period yet. 58.1 to go. And Nylander gives the Leafs the 1-goal lead, his 8th of the year on the power play from the near faceoff circle. Beat Bussy. Tavares with a great pass from the slot, and Bussy got beaten glove side. Nice shot by Nylander. Tavares and Matthews on Nylander's 8th. Each team now with a power play goal. Are they looking to confirm this for some reason? I guess they're saying bet the over. 3-2 Leafs. Draw at center ice. Controlled by Carolina. Dumped into the near corner. Battle for the puck. Was there. McCabe or sent out finally. And Carolina has it in their own end. They're at the neutral ice. Cross ice pass behind the net now. Oh, they called icing. I thought maybe somebody tipped it, but apparently not. At 26.4 seconds to go. 12-11 shots on goal. But Carolina, but 3-2 Maple Leafs on the score. All right, Matthews getting a breather on the bench. Okay, can we show the draw instead of a close-up of the guy that's not taking the draw? Battle for the puck in the far corner. Carolina centered it perfectly for Toronto. Riley got a good pass. And now Carolina gets it to the neutral zone. They skate into the O zone. Thought they might have been offsides. Apparently not. Tavares the other way with only 5 seconds. Dumps it into the far boards. That'll do it. That's the end of the first period. Uh-oh, we got pushing and shoving at the end. McMahon, and can't see who the Carolina player is. They were throwing punches. There was a late hit by the Carolina bench, and that sparked the fireworks here. Would be interesting to keep an eye on the score sheet to see if there's any penalties or a power play to start the second period. Let's listen in. Legault has something wrong with his hand. I guess he's got a cut. Oh, that was a bad hit. McMahon came over and paid him back. Legault. I think it was Robertson, I think, that took the hit at the end of the period. Well, I already started my second intermission clock. We'll see how accurate it's going to be because NHL.com didn't even start theirs yet. All right, we'll go through the goal visualizers in a second. Still 1-1 Mammoths in Ottawa to take on the Senators. Still first intermission. 2-1 Stars over the Kraken. Just underway in the second period. Still. All right, Nylander's goal was the first one. Nylander, of course, is 88 in the near face-off circle. He's got to come a ways. Yeah, pass to him. A breakaway, basically. Went forehand to backhand and buried it around Bussy. From Nyes and Riley. Then Aho tied it up on the power play. Aho is 20. I think it was this near face-off circle after a cross-ice pass. Yeah, perfect pass. Beat him glove side. That would be, yeah, Hildeby, the goalie. That was Svechnikov. No, Ehlers and Miller. Then Jarvis gave Carolina a brief lead, 2-1. That was from Svechnikov. And Nikishin, he's 24. He's the trailer on this play. To the slot and buried it. Beat Hildeby glove side. Oh, we got a 4-on-4. Yeah, I'll get those penalties up there in a minute. Then Tavares tied it up. Number 91 for the Maple Leafs. He shoots, big rebound, and then they found him right outside the crease to beat Bussy glove side. And then Nylander, the power play goal for the lead from Tavares and Matthews. Nylander, 88. To the far corner. Matthews to Tavares. Over to Nylander here in the near face-off circle. And he blasted it by Bussy in the near corner. Or near the, glove side. All right, let's get these penalties. We've got, well, they still don't have them yet. Let's take a look at the game sheet. They're likely to have it first. Yeah, McMahon roughing and Legault roughing. So 62 and 74, and we're going to be 4-on-4. And if it doesn't work, when I flip to the third, we'll fix it then. Yeah, 12-11 shots on goal, Carolina. And this is game 1 of their 3-game season series. Game 2, December 4th in Carolina. Game 3, March 20th back here in Toronto. We got 10 votes, 6 for the Leafs, 4 for the Hurricanes on who's going to win. All right. 16-9 face-offs won in favoring Toronto. Both teams 1 for 1 on the power play. 9-5 hits Toronto, 8-5 blocked shots Toronto, 5-2 giveaways Carolina, 4-2 takeaways Carolina. All right, just underway in the second period between the Mammoth and the Senators. And just reminder, Jets at Ducks coming up after this game, about 2 hours from now. And if you haven't already and you're enjoying this live stream, please consider hitting like and or subscribe. Doing one or both does help with getting YouTube to recommend the channel to other potential viewers, and it will also in turn help grow the channel, and I thank you very much for your support. New and returning viewers, thank you. All right, we'll get some music prepped for this intermission, and I'll take a brief break. All right, we got 7 likes. Thank you so much. Plenty of hockey coming up. Monday night football tomorrow, and then probably Friday night basketball, but plenty of hockey in between. Eventually, we'll get going with some men's and women's college basketball, I imagine, as well, as the schedule permits, or as my schedule permits, and all right, let me figure out where we've left off on some of the music here. Let's go to page 2, I think. All right, thanks everybody. I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. I will fade out the music a little bit. Let's see. 1 second. Nope, I muted it on accident. Alright. There we go. Hey, thanks for being here tonight. Appreciate the support. Seahawks looking pretty good. Not much competition for you the last 2 games, at least. Excuse me. All right. Okay, let's take this down. We already know what's coming up this week. Yeah, Thursday, I don't know. I may just need to take the night off. My son has a late, like 7:15, if they're on time, flag football game. So I'm debating maybe just taking the evening off that night. Oh, for the Seahawks, yeah. Well, are they 7-2, or have they already had their bye week? Or I think the Rams are 7-2, right? Because they beat the Niners, something like. I guess I could take a look. Whoops. Well, we're almost ready for the second period. Excuse me. All right, I may have to switch to the Carolina feed because we should be like ready, unless it took them forever after the calling those penalties. Nah, we should be ready. All right, let's get the. Yep, there's the 4-on-4. 12-10 now. They say shots on goal. They're both 7-2. Okay, thanks. I thought so. All right, we're gonna try for the Carolina Hurricanes feed because the Toronto feed was stuck in commercial. Come on, ESPN. Come on. There we go. Maybe this will be better. Oh, I forgot to unplug my charger at the intermission. All right, should be about ready. Right. Oh, yeah, because we're already in week 10 and they played 9 games. Yeah, my bad. All right. I thought we'd be ready. Again, I think they took their time because of the penalties late in the period. All right. Well, this period, Toronto is in blue going left to right. And, oh, man, how did that happen? And the Hurricanes are in white going right to left. Thought I had that lined up better. All right. We're finally underway. Could we get this guy's face out of the bottom corner? Finally. Yeah, I don't think FanDuel does the greatest job of broadcasting, but we'll stick with it for now. Icing on Toronto at 19:47. We got Miller, Walker, Jarvis and Aho for the Hurricanes. Nylander, Matthews, Riley, and Carlo for Toronto, with Martinook and McMahon in the penalty box for roughing at the end of the period. All right, kept in, sent around behind the net. Nylander has it behind the Toronto net to the neutral ice. Pass, Nylander coughs it up. Aho had it. His pass is knocked away, and I think we got a whistle at 19:29. This is a penalty.
Toronto penalty number 88. 2-minute minor.
Hooking on Nylander. Yeah, I had a feeling. I wasn't sure they were going to call it, but they did. So we got a 4-on-3 briefly. Then we'll have a 5-on-4. Yeah. Well, I was looking at it, I think. I already forgot who played this morning. I think I was looking at it because I saw the rain, well, I knew 49ers had one loss or 3 losses, and I knew the Seahawks or the Rams had 2, and I knew they were tied, I think. I did the Seahawks game last Sunday night, too. All right, shots by Carolina. Don't know if any of them registered on goal, and Toronto clears it down the length of the ice as we are at 19 minutes to go in the second period. All right, from the slot, puck comes loose and then is knocked into the near boards and cleared down the length of the ice. So still 42 seconds in the 4-on-3, apparently. Why do I have these as 5-minute? I'll just delete those out. I don't remember adding those penalties as 5. I don't know how that got messed up. I guess I can't put penalties at the end of the period. It's too messed up. Shot and a save, kept in. Shot from the slot and another glove save and held on. And the shots are, yeah, how did the time get messed up with those two? Yeah, that is not right. Shots on goal are 15-10. And they kicked a Hurricane out of the draw, of course. Face off. And shot and a save by Hildenby again at 18:04. Yeah, I'll just think that one's right, and then we'll just delete the other ones. Yeah. At 18 minutes, we'll delete the other 2 penalties. All right, draw. Carolina keeps it in. We got the behind the net cam, which can't see anything. Cross ice pass, shot, big save by Hildenby into the near boards and out. Should just be a 4-on-3 now. Or a 5-on-4. Yeah, let's. Why are these so messed up? Yeah, the power play is almost up for Carolina. It's a 5-on-4 now. Now it's suddenly 16-10 shots on goal as well. All right, we're back to 5-on-5. Nylander centers it. It goes all the way to the far corner. Sent around behind the net. And Taylor Hall has it for the Canes. Sends it to the right wing. That pass is blocked. Riley picks it up. Cross ice pass off the near boards. And we countered by Carolina. They got a breakaway in the slot shot. I think it hit the bar, rebound, and nothing. Unbelievable. I thought they had a goal. And Carolina, yeah. No, you got to go like this. No, just put them straight. Stall behind the net. And in the near boards, Martinook, I think. Near corner battle. And at the penalty box area, finally dumped in again by Carolina. Yeah, that had to have hit the left goalpost because he had him beat, and then they just couldn't get the rebound to tuck it in. All right, dumped in, but gloved down by Ekman Larson off the far boards and out. Carolina trying to get a change, and they send it to Hildenby. And now Maple Leafs lining up a breakout play, probably finishing a line change. Up to the near board or far board, sent in behind Bussy, behind the Carolina net. Not in the net. And Domi had it. Looked like he was going to try a backhanded wraparound, but then the puck got turned over and Carolina counters. McCabe had it. Now Tavares up ahead, springs Domi. Centering pass, left in the slot, shot, and deflected into the netting behind the net. 15-17. All right. Still 16-10 shots on goal. Yep. He had him beat blocker side, and he wrapped it off the left post, almost to the crossbar meeting, the corner. I think the puck was just on edge or on end. Shot and a glove save from the near side, just inside the blue line at 15:09. 16-11 shots on goal. 15:09 second period. Bussy's given up 3 goals and saved 8 on 11 shots. All right, sent up the near boards, but not out. Now Aho passes, and it's dumped in behind the Leafs net. Far corner battle for the puck. Riley couldn't handle it. Sent up the boards, kept in by Carolina. The cross-ice pass is picked off. Leafs going the other way. And Nylander loses it. Carolina counters. This is a breakaway and a shot and a rebound. Backhander. Carolina guy who took the shot crashed into the boards in the far corner. No call. Matthews battling, and it's behind the net. It comes free in the far boards, and Carolina sends it down. And they pass. They got a tag up, though, as they dump it in and try to get a line change. Hildenby sent it, and they send it down the length of the ice. Was it on net? No, it was icing on Toronto at 14:04. Well, this is an opportunity here by Svechnikov, and McCabe dropped him, but maybe Svechnikov lost an edge. Looked like a trip. I don't know. I thought that was a trip. I thought Toronto was guilty of a penalty for tripping Svechnikov, but nothing. All right, up the near boards, Carolina into the near faceoff circle. Puck is poked ahead to the neutral zone. Carolina sends it to the near boards. Toronto counters, dumped in. Bussy plays it up the far boards. into the ozone. Centering pass. Shot whiffed in the near face-off circle. Toronto counters. Under 13-18 now to go. Battle in the near corner. Sent behind the net. Robertson still in control. Now the puck is loose. We got a call coming up. Or was it offsides? Delayed penalty. We got a whistle at 12:54. This has got to be on Toronto because Carolina got a shot off and hit the bar again, or not, hit the left goal post again. So 2 off the post. Hildeby buried out by his best friend, the left post, twice in the second period. So the Canes head to the power play. We get the under 14 media timeout. Shots on goal are 17-11, although I'm wondering if that'll get revised since that one hit the post, unless Hildenby got a piece of it. McCabe, interference on Robinson. Yeah, so when there's penalties, I'm going to have to, maybe I should just move it to the next period and then put the penalties in so it doesn't get messed up. All right, it was 3-2 after 1. We've had no goals so far in the second period. First period, each team ended up with 2, coincidental roughings at 20 minutes or at the end of the first. And now 2 penalties by Toronto here in the second period. And Carolina heading to their, third power play. No, wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they are 1 for 2 and about to start their third. Toronto's 1 for 1. All right. Why do they have this pop-up window or picture-in-picture of this analyst? I don't understand. Haven't seen any other hockey broadcast do that, at least that I've seen. All right, draw controlled by Carlo for Toronto to the far boards, kept in by Carolina to Ehlers. Centering pass, it gets through everybody though. Carolina keeps it in. Into the far corner. Aho couldn't center it, and Toronto will counter and dump it in from the red line. But Benoit dumped it in. Miller takes it out from behind his own net. Passes to Aho to the left wing. And can't even tell because we've got a weird camera angle, and there goes the ESPN app to crash, which I shouldn't have been shocked because happens twice a game usually minimum, and it hadn't happened yet, I think. So we will stop the clock at 11:48 because there's a whistle there. Wow, we get the app back up and running. Oh my gosh, this app is so unstable. All right, we'll go back to the Leafs broadcast. It's the first one they gave us. At the intermissions, I don't know why sometimes I think freeze. All right, 18-11 shots on goal now. Draw kept in by Carolina. Far face-off circle back to the blue line. Pass to the near face-off circle, gets through to the near boards. Sent into the near corner. Taylor Hall tried to get it out to the far face-off circle. Drop pass to the near face-off circle. Shot goes wide. That was Walker on the shot. And they accidentally send it out of the zone. Bussy taps it to Nikishin, who taps it to Stankoven. He brings it over the red line into the O zone, and immediately Toronto sends it back to neutral ice. And now tried to dump it in. They're going to have to tag up. I think there was offsides there at 10:48. Still 3-2 Toronto. Third, Fred Anderson, what, fourth in in Toronto, yeah, okay. I don't think Frederick Anderson is even suited up. Why were they showing? He's not the backup tonight for Carolina. Well, at any rate, puck sent ahead. Carolina has it. Oh, and another whistle at 10:32. What's this for? Anderson is scratch. Kochetkov is the backup today. I don't know why they're talking about Frederick Anderson so much. I mean, I realize he used to play for the Leafs, but he's not even. They showed the backup goalie, and it wasn't even him. All right, dumped in from the red line by Carolina. Played up the far boards hill to be. It's knocked back into the near corner. Martinook tries to send it around to the far boards. Back out of the zone. Bussy comes out of the net to play it to the near boards and dumped in from the red line. Carlo plays it behind the Leafs net. Pass up ahead. Tipped. And a whistle. Presumably it went into the bench area. I forgot to start the clock. 9:52, under 10. Media timeout. And we are halfway through this game. Again, it started a little late because they were honoring this year's Hall of Fame inductees before the face-off tonight. All right, 1 second. All right, in the other games, Senators 3, Mammoth 2, 1:04 to go in the second. Stars 2, Kraken 1, same score as it was after 1, same score after 2 periods. Almost at the end of the first period, Flames and Wild scoreless in Minnesota. Let's see, it looks like Senators were up 3-1 on a goal by Cousins at 15:52, and then Schmaltz brought the Mammoth back within 1 at 18:56. All right. Oh gosh, now what? Okay, now we're back. Let's make sure we're live. We are. Okay. All right. Center ice face-off. Carolina controls. Miller back to the far side and dumped in. Into the far boards, or far corner. Battle. Sent up the near boards. Sent back. And a glove save at the side of the net. I don't think this will be a shot on goal. So look, well, they gave it to him immediately, but I thought this shot was wide. But all right, we got 19-11 shots on goal. All right. Looks like Matthews won the draw. They send it up, not out. Stahl keeps it in at the blue line for Carolina. Sent down low. Pass to the near boards. Miller has it near corner. Sends it around. Carolina keeps it in. Stahl again. This time Maple Leafs have it and finally get it out. They'll take it out the red line and dump it in. Off of Bussy, actually, into the far corner. But maybe that one was wide in the net. And Bussy came out of the crease. All right, center, near faceoff circle. Down low and an easy tap-in goal for Austin Matthews. He was open just outside the crease. And nice pass. And a 4-2 lead. With 8:57 to go in the second period. Matthews from McCabe and Nyes. McCabe made a nice feed. Bussy had left or went to the top of the crease. Matthews was right next to the net, and a great pass by McCabe found him for the easy tap-in goal. Nyes with a great pass to find McCabe initially, but so two great passes and Matthews with an easy tap-in goal. Not sure what Bussy was doing, leaving the near side open, but 4 goals on 12 shots for Toronto. And they took a shot away from Carolina, as I had said they would. Toronto out of their own defensive end and dumped right back in by Carolina. Let's see. McCabe got it out of there. They're battling for the puck near the near the penalty box area. $8:10 to go, second period. Carolina has the puck. Sends it ahead. Centering pass to Aho. Puck goes into the near corner. Or far corner, apologies. And now Toronto takes it out of their own end. Pass and, it couldn't split the defenders. And Carolina gets it to neutral ice. Dumped back in by Toronto. They had to tag up. Carolina sends it off the boards by the benches. And there's a battle for the puck. Toronto sends it in to the near boards. Centering pass, and finally a frozen puck by Bussy at 7:24. Wait, Austin Matthews has 410 goals, so he's only 10 behind Matt Sundin? I didn't know that. Wow. Yeah, so he finally got 410 tonight. $13 points in 15 games this season. 9 goals, 4 assists. Shot is blocked. Carolina counters. They got a breakaway in shot and a save and frozen puck. That was Ehlers on the breakaway. Tried to send it a wrister with, the forehand, obviously, and just stopped by Hildeby. Good opportunity to cut the lead back to 1, but couldn't cash in. Now it's 19-12 shots on goal. Finally, the draw happens. Toronto sends it up the far boards and out. And they get the puck in a 2-on-2 centering pass. Luckily, went off the skate. And Carolina counters as we're under 7 to go, second period. Tavares gets it out of the defensive end for Toronto. Stolen and into the near corner battle. Around the boards, not out. Toronto holds it in to Domi in the far boards, and now it's poked out. Benoit has it back to McCabe, and Carolina had it. A shot was blocked in the slot. Another one blocked. And battle for the puck in the far boards. Behind the net. Near face-off circle shot was saved. Rebound. We're going the other way with Toronto. And battle for the puck. Nyes sends it behind the net. They send it out up the near boards, and Toronto regroups in their own end. Ekman Larson and Matthews battles. Nylander tries to chase it. Gets knocked down by Stahl. Behind their own net, Carolina has it. Pass to the near boards for Carrier. Stahl has it in the near corner. Sent to the net and a save by Hildeby at 5:35. That should be the under 6 media timeout. Shots on goal are 21-12, but for Carolina, but 4-2 Toronto on the for the score. All right, Senators 3, Mammoth 2, second intermission. Stars 2, Kraken 1, second intermission. Flames and Wild scoreless after 1. And let's check in on let's see. This looks like a Penguins Kings score, 3-2 late in the first. Steelers 3, Chargers 2, 5:09 in the first. Okay. Let's see. They exchanged punts, field goal, punt. So safety by Rogers sacked for minus. Wait. Oh, sacked in the end zone for a loss of 12, they're saying. Fumble and recovered by Pittsburgh. Yeah. Khalil Mack credited with the safety then. All right. To make it 3-2. All right. 3 straight goals by Toronto after they were down 2-1. All right, let's make sure we're live again. It says we are. Oh, nice. They missed the draw. Kept in by Carolina into the far boards. Ekman Larson gets it out. And they chip it in. Oh, that wasn't Ekman Larson. That was Wah. Number 55. All right. Sent behind the net. Carolina has it. Yeah, I got to speed up the clock. We got like less than 5 minutes to go in the second period now. All right. Behind the Leafs net. Pass to the slot. That shot is sent into the far corner or blocked into the far corner. McCabe tried to get it out of there. Shot blocked for Carolina. Aho's back to the blue line. Shot. Lost track of it. It went into the near corner. Nobody knew where it was for a second. Aho, long shot, and this time a glove save by Hildeby at 4:24. 22-12 shots on goal. Yeah. Thanks, Sinbin Admin. And, yep, I don't know what's going on with the Canes. Maybe I'm a jinx for them. It's been all Toronto since the... I mean, Carolina, has almost 9 minutes of offensive zone possession, and I guess it's this period. 5 less than 6 for Toronto. They're beating them in shots on goal. I don't know about scoring chances. We got a whistle, though. 4:11. What's this call? Let's see. Matthews is 5th all-time in points. He's tied with Mitch Marner now because he has a goal and assist at 741 points in Leafs history. All right, just 24-12 shots on goal. Speaking of Matthews, no, it's not Matthews. Pardon me. Sent behind the net, up the far boards. Carolina didn't get it out. Bussy plays it to the far corner. It's sent all the way up the near boards, kept in by Tavares. Blue line kept in. Ekman-Larsson passed to Nylander. The puck was in the crease, kept in again. Shot behind the net. Battle for the puck. To Tavares. Shot from the face-off circle and a glove save by Bussy at 3:26, 24-13 shots on goal. That looked a little high, but we'll see what they say. Yeah, maybe that wasn't over the bar. Well, Carolina's hit the left goal post twice. I think this period too, alone. They've had breakaways and haven't cashed in, too. Into the far corner for Carolina, under 3:15 to go. Shot long from the blue line. There's a goal for Carolina. Might have been Nikishin at 3:09. Let's get that replay. Now it's a 4-3 game. Okay, they can't get a goal without a shot, TV. Might have been deflected. I don't know if the guy on the shot from the blue line made it in or if it was tapped down. It was not Nikishin either. Yeah, did Aho tip it in? It was Walker, unassisted. A wrister from the blue line. Heat-seeking missile there. Couldn't tell if anybody tipped it in on the way, but they're going to say Walker for now. Number 26. All right, Carolina finally ends the scoring drought after 3 straight goals by Toronto. All right, chipped out of their own end, hit down and dumped in. Oh, we got fisticuffs. Nikishin after taking a hit. Nice. Oh, Stahl and Ekman-Larsson get into it. And it looks like cooler heads are prevailing at 2:51. We'll see if anything comes of this. Yeah, I'm surprised Nikishin didn't get whistled for. Yeah, and then Ekman-Larsson threw a hip check into him near the boards. Oh. Nikishin didn't like it and immediately got popped by Nyes as well. I guess no penalties come of it. Oh, no, wait. Why does it say Toronto empty net? What? There must be a delayed penalty coming up. Still says Walker. Oh, from Carrier. Can't have a 6. Oh, delayed penalty. Somebody broke their stick. All right. So empty net for Toronto. Delayed penalty on Colorado. They're just behind their net now. So 6-on-5. Maybe they'll pass it into their own net. Matthews up ahead on the pass. Far boards and taken away by Carolina. 2:13 to go. Toronto going on the power play. The guy broke his stick. I guess it was a slash. That must be what they called. Jackson Blake must have been a slash. Yep. All right, so it will be a Maple Leafs power play. 5-on-4 advantage. Carolina clears it down the length of the ice. Hildeby has it behind his net. Stahl gives chase. Touches it up. Behind the net. Ekman Larson with the puck. Pass. Drop pass now. Looks like Matthews will take it over the red line. Pass to Nylander in the far boards. Carolina sends it down the length of the ice again. 1:42 to go in the second period. Make that. Ekman Larson drop pass. Nylander over the red line. To the left, the far boards, I mean. Dumped around to Tavares. Matthews to the blue line. Ekman Larson. Pass to Tavares in the slot. Back to Ekman Larson to the far face-off circle. Blast by Tavares. Big rebound. The puck went on top of the net, and then the net came off the mooring, so no goal. Carolina very fortunate that Bussy didn't get beat off of a rebound. Oh, they're saying Walker may have dislodged it deliberately. He's getting hit by Nyes. Good, no penalty. Screw you, TSN. 25-14 shots on goal. Just whine about it all you want. Yeah, Walker did kind of knock it, but maybe he was trying to get the puck off of it, the top. Matthews had an absolute meltdown about it. 1:10 to go. Second period. Still 57 on the seconds on the Toronto power play. Back at the blue line, centered. Matthews near face-off circle. Shot. Bussy saved, or was wide or high. Behind the net. Kicked up the near boards. Matthews. Somebody got their stick shattered on Carolina. So somebody got to get the defenseman a stick. Shot in the slot. Whiffed by Ekman Larson. Puck goes wide in the net. Ekman Larson, far corner. Tavares behind the net. Back to Nylander. Shot, redirected on net and held by Bussy at 29.7. 25-17. I don't know. Martinook broke his stick. All right, 16 seconds on the Maple Leaf power play here. All right, did they kick a Kane out of the draw or did they just switch? Nope. Now they kick Tavares out of the draw. Come on. Just drop the puck. So annoying. Matthews on the draw. He wins it. Kept in at the blue line. Riley to Matthews. And Carolina got the loose puck. Tried to make a pass to Aho. Nylander has it. We got 5 seconds on the power play. Up the near boards to Riley. Full strength. Aho sends it into the near corner. And shot steered aside by Bussy. We got under 10 to go. And Aho tries to get it up ahead near the net, but that's the end of the second period. 4-3 Toronto. It could have been a lot worse for Carolina. They do get back within one, though, as we head to the second intermission. 4-3 Leafs. And shots on goal, 25-18. No, 25-18. 1 second. And yeah, probably. I don't think there were going to be any penalties at the end of this period either. Okay, yeah, we're good. Matthews and Walker, one each. One for the Canes, one for the Leafs. It was 3-2 after one. Now it's 4-3 after two. All right. All right. If we didn't see the Matthews goal, it was right down low. He was next to the crease right here. He's number 34. He's in the far corner. Nice passing, and then they found him right there. Tucked it by Bussy. Pretty easy goal. Good passing by the Leafs, by Nyes and McCabe. Then Walker on a rocket from the blue line. Carrier, the assist. Number 26 right up in this corner. Looked like it could have been tipped by two different Hurricanes, but they gave it to Walker from the blue line. All right. Stars 2, Kraken 1, 13:29 to go in the third. Just underway in the third, and the Mammoth 30 tied it. Jack McBain, his second goal at 22 seconds into the third. So that just happened in Ottawa. All tied at 3 apiece. Flames Wild, no score, 16:40 to go in the second. Just a reminder, Jets, Ducks coming your way in a little over an hour for the first puck. Opening face-off, first puck drop. All right, let's see. All right. 3-2 Steelers early in the second quarter in Los Angeles. All right. Let's check the votes. 15 votes, 67%. So it sounds like 10 votes for the Leafs, 5 for the Hurricanes. As they interview Austin Matthews. All right. We have 25-18 shots on goal favoring the Canes. 31-20 faceoffs win, 60.8% for Toronto Maple Leafs. Power play Leafs are 1 for 2. Canes are 1 for 3. 13-10 hits in favor of Toronto. 15-7 block shots Toronto. 11-9 giveaways Carolina. 5-3 takeaways Carolina. All right, I'm going to take a quick break and be back. We'll put up the scoreboard to keep an eye on in the other 3 games that are currently in progress. Get a little music queued up, and then I'll be back. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Doing one or both does help with getting YouTube to recommend this channel to other potential viewers, and that will also, in turn, help grow the channel. And I do thank you for your support. One second. Come on. Let's make sure this is live and muted. It is. All right, be right back. Thanks, everybody. All right, we are back. Should be just about set for the third period. Kill the music. All right, third period draw coming up. Carolina in white, going left to right. Maple Leafs in blue, going right to left. Let's see. Carolina won the draw, send it up the near boards. Chased by Ekman Larson in the near corner for the Leafs. Waugh is there as well. And kept in. Shot from the far faceoff circle, or pass is deflected into the near boards. And Carolina has it at neutral ice, sends it in. And we got a whistle at 19:32. Goals scored in third period, 25 this season, the most by Toronto. All right. Face off. It's taken right in the crease and almost scored for Toronto, but it's back in their own end. Riley has it. Carolina trying to get some changes. Carolina takes it into the near face-off circle. That shot is, I think, saved with the blocker by Hildeby. Dump back in. Still 25-18 shots on goal, so it must not have been on target. And we got a whistle at 18:50. All right, face-off in the far face-off circle, sent around behind the net. Battle in the behind the net. Benoit was there. They get it out to the far board, still in the ozone for the Hurricanes. They send it around to the near boards. Now they pass it, but Carolina jumps on the puck. Shot looks like it was wide into the far boards. They do say 25-19 shots on goal. So a shot for the Leafs. And was in the zone on the near boards. Carolina passes it to all the way into the ozone. Ekman Larson with the hit in the corner. Sent around the boards to the far face-off circle area. Pass to Ekman Larson. He skates it out of the defensive zone and dumps it in from the red line and goes for a line change. Carolina passes, skates it out of their own end and dumps it in from the red line. Battle for the puck in the near corner. Sent behind the Leaf net. Riley tried to pass it. Knocked into the far corner. Carolina has the puck. Back to the blue line. Cross ice pass to the center area. Back to the blue line. Sent to the slot. Chipped out by Toronto. And dumped right back in by the Canes from the red line. Battle behind the net. Into the far faceoff circle. Cross ice pass. Shot from the top of the far or near face-off circle, saved into the near boards, not sent out yet. Carolina sends it around to the far corner, kept in the far corner. Taylor Hall was there, now sent behind the net. Centering pass to the crease and a goal, I think, by Taylor Hall. They get the game tied at 4. Taylor Hall at 16:40. That's a whole new game here. 26-19 shots on goal. Carolina finally gets the equalizer after being down 4-2 at one point. Carolina just on the attack. Leafs couldn't get it out of their own end. There was a behind the net pass to the slot area. The first shot was saved. Big rebound came through Nylander's legs, and then Hall tapped it right back through Nylander's legs and beat Hildeby to the glove side. What a play by Taylor Hall to get the equalizer. His third of the year from Blake and Stankoven at under 16 and a half to go now in the game. And a frozen puck or save and gloved or held on by Hildeby at 16:26. Wow, what a game. Yeah, Hall from Blake and Stankoven. Eight points in 15 games. He has 3 goals and 5 assists, Taylor Hall. Was on the Blackhawks last year, most of the year. Hall will step in to take the draw as another player got kicked out. Matthews wins the draw. McCabe chips it out to center ice. And Miller cross ice pass. Kane send it up the near boards. And Nyes sent it behind the net. Looks like McCabe gets it to Matthews. Matthews skates into the far faceoff circle, loses the puck though. Dumped in from the red line by the Canes. Leafs, Benoit tried to send it up the near boards. There's a scramble for the puck in the near boards. McCabe just got it tapped to him by Nyes. And it's through the neutral zone. Carolina counters. It got tipped, so no icing. Benoit sends it around the boards. Cross ice pass ahead to Waugh. Waugh battling. Somebody fell down for the Canes. No call. I guess he lost an edge. Martinook tries to dig it out. Waugh has it again by the blue line. Kept it into Riley. Shot. No pass or blocked. Either case. Into the far corner. Stahl trying to get it out of there. Somebody fell down for Toronto, and that's going to be a penalty probably on Stahl for tripping. Looks like he got Waugh at 15:04. 30-19 are the shots on goal. Yep, tripping on Stahl. So game is tied at 4. They just took a shot away from Carolina. It's 29-19, but highest percentage of overtime games since 1983-84. This year, 27.2. Previous high was 03-04 at like 25.6. Yep, feels like it in the games I've covered. 15:04 to go. They just kicked somebody out of the draw for Toronto. Matthews steps in. We got Ekman Larson out there. And are they going to kick a Kane out of the... Nope, finally. All right, draw back to Ekman Larson at the blue line. Cross ice pass. Back to Ekman Larson. He taps it to the near boards. Nylander can't get it. But Matthews chipped it into the far corner. Nyes is there. Tavares had it. Carolina sends it down the length of the ice. Hildeby came out to play it to Ekman Larson. Drop pass back to Nyes. Cross ice to Matthews. He skates it in. Gets it to Tavares on the right wing. Behind the net. Matthews centered it in the slot, and they missed an open net. Trying to go around Bussy, and it slid right through the crease. I don't know if he was making a pass or just a bad shot, but that looked like it should have been the lead goal for Toronto. Under 14:10 to go in the third period. All right. Looks like the puck may have gone into the bench area at 14:01. How did he miss? Nylander should have had a goal. I don't know how he missed. I really don't. He slid it around Bussy, who was way out on the edge of the crease, and he missed the far post. Slid right through the crease. That should have been a goal. They still have 57 seconds in the 5-on-4 man advantage. Domi, Maselli, Riley, Robertson, Waugh for Toronto on the power play. And we get a false start. And they kick somebody out of the draw for the Canes. Martinook stands in. And now they kick Domi out of the draw. Just drop the puck, Mr. Linesman. Waugh steps in. It does not have to be perfect. Finally, face off into the far boards. Domi tracks it down, sends it around the boards to the near side. Man, looks like it got blocked and then sent down the length of the ice by Carolina. Hildeby taps it for Riley. Riley to Maselli. May have been offsides on Toronto at 13:39. No, wait. No, yeah, offsides. Don't think we have a penalty. (29-20) shots on goal. Dumped into the near face-off circle area. Carolina counters. Robertson to the far face-off circle shot. Oh, man, good opportunity for Carolina. Nice gets it to Tavares on the counter. We're under 13:20 to go now. Under 13:10. Power play time is just about over. Now we're even strength. Shot. Oh, what a centering pass, actually, to the near faceoff circle and a frozen puck by Hildeby with 13 minutes to go even. 31-20 shots on goal. Pretty good opportunity there for Carolina. Oh, we do have. I think we got a hook on Nylander. Yeah, Nylander hooked Kotkaniemi. So it will be a Hurricanes power play. Yeah, that was just on that last scoring opportunity. So, crap. My software got disconnected. Come on. Don't do this to me. All right, there we go. This is what was... I was just hoping I wasn't having internet issues again. All right, will be a Carolina Hurricanes power play when we get back. 5-on-4. Excuse me. All right. Shots on goal. Here we got 31 to... Oh, they took a shot away. 31-19. All right. Great. So now we weren't live. Awesome. They're talking about Rod Brindamore, I think. Yeah. All right, still waiting. They got to get a different person in the draw. Aho was kicked out. Puck kept in. Miller had it. Far face-off or near face-off circle. A good opportunity for Aho. Big save. Another shot that is blocked. Miller gets it to Aho around the boards behind the net. Waugh picks it up and clears it down the length of the ice for Toronto. Bussy taps it to Miller. Miller will bring it up through the neutral zone. Drop pass back to Aho. 32-19. Shots on goal, Carolina. Into the slot. Backhander. Big save by Hildeby. He never really had it. They blew the whistle, though. He froze it late. I think the refs just lost sight of the puck somehow. Yeah, it's a pretty good shot on goal up front after the draw. Oh, I think it got tipped on net. Maybe almost an own goal situation for McCabe. And they missed the draw. You know, it's only a power play. Kind of got to get to the draw, TSN. Shot from the point by Miller. Saved. It was pretty fast. They put the miles per hour, 80-something. And under a minute to go on the power play. 34-19 shots on goal. In the near boards, Aho looking down, gets it right back to the blue line. Miller, cross ice pass, far face-off circle, down low, far corner. Ehlers gets it back to Miller, over to Aho, cross ice pass to, excuse me, Ehlers. Miller, cross ice to the near face-off circle. Aho, back to Miller, over to Ehlers, down low, redirected. Save, I think, by Hildeby. Aho with the rebound, brings it out. They got 10 seconds on the power play. Aho to Miller. Down low. Ehlers, I believe. Centering pass. Aho, shot, and a glove save. Where's the puck? They said no goal. What? How did Hildeby not cross the line with the puck? He didn't have his stick. Where's the puck? How is that not in the net? He had it under his elbow? Okay, yeah, they never showed the puck. You couldn't tell where it was. Down low, we're back to 5-on-5, obviously. Sent out of the zone. Domi trying to track it down, tried to center it. Puck came loose, and Bussy steered it aside. And Carolina counters. Blake into the far boards. Oh, two people went down. Shot blocked by the Leafs. Domi pass off the near boards, chipped up in the air. We got a whistle at 10:26, 37-20 shots on goal. All right. 10:26 to go in the third, tied at 4. 7-3-1 home record for Toronto. Center ice draw. Carolina gets it, dumps it in from the red line. Hildeby behind his own net, up the near boards. Ekman Larson trying to play it behind the net. Carolina gets it to the near corner. Shot, save. Another shot from the far face-off circle. That was not on net. Is Chatfield out tonight? I feel like I haven't said his name, or I'm thinking of a different team. Matthews has it Yeah, I'm thinking of a different team. Never mind. Different red team. Behind the net. Kept in at the blue line for Toronto. Sent around into the near corner. Nyes battling for it with Nystrom. Sent around the boards to the far boards. Kept in at the blue line. Shot that is blocked into the netting. And we will have a whistle and immediate timeout at 9:29. 38-20 shots on goal. Carolina with the only goal of the third period by Taylor Hall at 3:20 into the period to tie it at 4-4 from Blake and Stankoven. One penalty each team this period, Stahl and Nylander. So that means, both teams have only scored on one power play opportunity. Carolina's 1 for 4. Toronto is 1 for 3. Or is it Stankoven? How else would you say Stankoven? Stankoven. Stankoven. I could look that up. All right. In Los Angeles. Are you kidding? Let's refresh. 5-3 in the bottom of the second. Chargers get a field goal. Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. All right. Oh, yeah. Chargers have the ball at the Steelers. 15. Oh, they got a touchdown. Herbert to McConkey for 15 yards. 11-3 pending the extra point. I would just kick it and take the 9-point lead, but maybe that's just me. Let's make sure we're alive. Oh, I see. The induction ceremony is tomorrow at 7. Tomorrow night at 7 Central for the Hall of Fame. Wait, Charo was on the Senators? I know he was a Bruin. I guess I didn't know. All right, face off. Canes win the draw. Sent up ahead, but sent into the ozone by the Leafs. Battle in the near corner. Robertson was there. Kept in by Riley. Shot is wide. Battle for the puck. Up the near boards and dumped in. Hildeby sends it around the boards. Not out. Carlo got it. But Carolina dumps it right back in. Riley behind his own net, up the boards to Tavares. Tavares gives it right back to Riley behind the net. Carolina still can't get it out of their own end. Into the far corner. Aho is there. Battling for the puck. Leafs still can't get it out. Kept in at the blue line. Now it's out. And Aho will skate it right back in. Cross ice pass off the far boards. And Wah picks it up for the Leafs and heads the other way and dumps it in. He'll chase it with Aho in the near corner. Give Aho a hit. Up the near boards. Carolina with the puck. And we are under 8 minutes to go. In the third, it's chipped into the bench area at 7:56. Yeah, Hildeby had to make a save after he sent that last one up the far boards. Pretty good shot. It got tipped, I think, maybe by Robertson of the Leafs. 14-2 shots this period, Carolina. Face off. Nope. We're going to redo it at 7:56. Stankoven at the draw. Against Matthews. McCabe loses the puck. Ehlers has it. Centers it to the slot. A shot and a goal from the far faceoff circle. Canes take the lead. Stankoven. McCabe turned it over to Ehlers. Beat him blocker side. Nothing Hildeby could do. And Stankoven gives Carolina the lead. Fifth or 40-20 shots on goal, and finally the 5-4 lead for Carolina. Down low, right outside the crease. A stuff attempt or a wraparound attempt is stuffed, and well, I mean a attempt from the crease area was blocked or saved. 7:17 to go. It looks like the Leafs just iced it. So it was Stankoven. Yeah, Stankoven. From Miller and Ehlers at 12:13 from the far face-off circle. Big turnover by the Leafs. What led to it? All right, looks like Domi won the draw. Leafs send it up the near boards. It's poked away, though. And Carolina has it in their own end. Pass off the boards by the penalty box area. Now it's dumped in. Ehlers tries to pick the pocket again. Aho sends it around the boards to the far corner. And Leafs will skate it out of their own end. Maselli to Wah. Wah in the far corner. Gets hit. And who sent that out? Apologies. What number was that? Might have been Nystrom. All right. Leafs send it up the boards. Canes take it over and dump it in from the red line all the way around to the far face-off circle. And the Leafs, somehow Canes got a shot on goal. Blake sends it behind the net. They get it back to the blue line. To the near face-off circle. Shot saved behind the net. Blake couldn't get to the rebound. Leafs have the puck. Can't get it out. Now it's at neutral ice. And it's backhanded into the O-zone. And Riley has to send it up the near boards. Tavares couldn't handle it on the pass. And it's chipped out again. Ekman Larson in his own end. Leafs try to get a reset. And Ekman Larson sends it to the neutral zone. Tavares didn't get a stick on it. Or if he did, Miller took it over from behind his own net. Now he chips it out. Gloved down by Ekman Larson at neutral ice. Man, somebody collided there. And a shot on goal saved by Hildeby. They bring it up the near boards. Held in at the blue line by Nyes. Nyes battling for the puck in the near boards. Matthews keeps it in. Battle in the near corner for the puck. Under 5 minutes to go. And sent down. Ekman Larson retreats in behind his own net with the puck. He drops it off for McCabe. It's eventually dumped in. Carolina has it up the near boards. Dumped in again by Toronto into the far corner. Domi behind the net. They try to get it into the slot. The puck gets a skate or a stick and goes. Carolina got it out of their own end, and now they are offside. Jarvis and was late bringing the puck in, so they're offsides. 4:15 to go in the third. Should be the final media timeout. Canes take the late lead. All right, let's get you the 2 goals in the third. Taylor Hall. I think we did watch this one. Hall, 71. He comes to the near face-off circle and buries it. Like, just 2 good passes, and he buried it. And then Stankoven from the far face-off circle. He's 22. He'll shoot it from about this area. Yeah, it was a steal because of a turnover. And 2 good passes, and they buried it blocker side to take the lead. .43-20 shots on goal, Carolina. All right, let me fix the shots. 43-20. All right. So it did turn into a fairly good game here. Can't complain. 5-4. 4:15 to go in the third. Make sure it says we are live. All right. Face-off won by Carolina. They send it in from the blue line. Battle for the puck in the near boards. Now behind the net. Riley trying to chase it down the far corner. Stahl got it into the far corner. Behind the net, Martinook gets it back to Stahl. Back at the blue line. That shot is blocked. Toronto can't get it out of their own defensive end yet, though. Under 3:45 to go now. And I think Riley just passed it. They get it up the ice, and I think somebody knocked it into the stands in the near side at 3:35 to go. So we'll have another draw just outside the defensive end for Carolina. Face-off is won. Looked like by Matthews, dumped in by Nyes. No, Nyes chases it, actually. Must have been somebody else. Up ahead, Carolina at the neutral zone. And Ekman Larson sends it up the near boards after McCabe passed it to him. Sent around the far boards by Bussey. Ekman Larson sends it up the near boards. They retreat. Ekman Larson in the near boards. Drop pass to Nyes. Nyes dumps it in behind the net. Ekman Larson chases. And Carolina passes it out of their own end. And there goes the ESPN app taking a dump yet again. So we get a whistle at 2:39, and I'll try to get right back in to the app. Twice a game without fail. 2:22 to go now, so we'll continue. 44-20 shots on goal. Come on, ESPN. Hello. All right, play continues as we approach 2 minutes to go. 44-20, shots on goal. We got a whistle coming up at 1:45. Hopefully, yep, 2:07 to go. Back live, allegedly, here on the ESPN app. Says we are live. I'm not going to mess with it then. Dumped in. Miller sends it around the near boards and out. Aho cross ice pass, far face-off circle, shot deflected into the netting behind the net at 1:45. Shot by Stankoven. Or no, that wasn't Stankoven. That was Svechnikov. All right, we got 1:45 to go. Got to think they're going to pull Hildeby as soon as possible. I still can't believe Nylander didn't score. He had that open net and he sent it through the crease wide to the far post. That should have been a goal for Toronto. Draw in their end. Svechnikov sends it behind the net. Up out of the end. McCabe Nyes has to retreat and pick it up. He has Riley with him. Riley up the near boards. Got to figure they're heading off soon. It ends up being icing, though, on Toronto, so they can't with 1:23 to go. So they can't lift Hildeby for the extra attacker yet. I think he's telling them to come out after this one, after they win the draw, and get it out of their own end. Matthews to take the draw. And sent around the boards. Behind the net, Martinook. Long shot from the blue line. Rebounds loose in the crease. Shot from the far face-off circle behind the net now for Carolina. Battle in the near boards. Martinook battling for it with Matthews. Puck is behind the net. Riley tries to track it down. And we got under a minute to go, and they do pull their goalie. Nope, wrong team. Toronto pulls their goalie, not Carolina. Battle in the far corner, sent to the blue line. Ekman Larson sends it around into the near corner. Battle for the puck in the near boards. Tavares tries to get it loose. It's out of the end. Ekman Larson sends it to Tavares, who will skate it in and dump it into the far corner. Battle for the puck in the far corner. Under 20 seconds to go. Sent around to the near side. Centering pass. Nyes has it. Oh, he couldn't get a shot off. He tried to pass it. Far face-off circle shot. Wide open. And the rebound is sent out by Carolina. That is the game. 45-20. Shots on goal. Carolina, and they win the game 5-4. And we have to get ready for the next game, so no post game, just a final score, and we'll wish you well. Have a great rest of your weekend. Hope you enjoyed the live stream. How the heck Nyes didn't get someone to tap that in, I don't know. But the Canes hold on and win 5-4 over the Leafs. All right, hope you'll join me for Jets Ducks or for football tomorrow night. Until then, take care. Thanks for watching. Sinbin Stream signing out. Have to start up the next stream in a couple of minutes. And wishing you all the best. Bye-bye.